to part 3 of It's a Trap API. I'm going to show you in this one how to set up a secret room. Now remember, to use APIs, it's specific scripts that creators have put in um, that enhance the ability to use like Roll20, but it is a paid feature. You have to be a pro member through Roll20 just to get to the API script, so it's just how it is. So what I've done in this one is I have marked off this little room here. I created a little black section right here to kind of block the wall. Um, that holding alt, you can get it right back in your specific spot. There we go. But once you guys figure out how you want to do your map, make sure to jump over to your dynamic lighting. There we go. And see how I have outlined the map? That should make all these areas not able to be seen unless the character is right in front of it. Now what I've done here is I have blocked off this area and I have it pulled behind the token. I was running into a couple errors where I had this on top of the token or in front of the token just to hide the different color, but it was messing up the script and it wasn't allowing any of my characters to recognize that there was actually something there. So putting it behind, that seemed to have fixed the problem. Hopefully in this video it doesn't reoccur and it was actually something else. Also, my internet's been a little laggy lately and it hasn't been updating on the side as quick as I would like. So I do apologize for that. So going over real quick back to our objects and tokens layer, we need to make sure that we click on the spot that we want to be our trap. But remember, we're not setting this up as a trap, so there won't be damage applied to this, just the whole revealing the area if the passive perception is where it needs to be. So we're going to go with it's a trap. We're going to get our box up. We're not going to call it a trap. We're going to say it is a cracked wall. Sure. Type, it's a wall. And message, you notice sure. Make sure to scroll down. As you can see, where I was working up there, but everything is actually going down this way. That part's going to take a little bit of time since I typed in a long message. And disabled, we want no, GM no. Destroyable, again, you could have that set up, but you'll end up having to do this every single time if you um, are just trying it out or if things go wrong. Again, I just leave it the way it is and I'll move it off the map if I need to or move it to a different layer. Affects flying tokens, no. Blast distance, again, no. Stops tokens at center, we're going to change that to none. That way they don't get dragged into the areas. So if I set a large notice, like a viewpoint here, a person who notices it here is going to drag them all the way over to the wall, which I don't want them to do. So we're going to go ignore tokens, it's fine. Delay activation is fine. Max search distance, again, you can see exactly how far you want your characters to be able to notice this. I'm going to say 5. And 5 is enough to get close enough to see that there's cracks in the wall and not have it trigger from anybody like walking down this way and it get over there and get onto them. You can make it a little bit bigger, but for me that's fine for right now. When activated, do we want this to be revealed? Yes, I do. When spotted, do I want this to be noticed as well? Yes, as well. Reason for that is if they get close to the wall and they actually like do click on here, they're still going to notice it. And I know for 100% chance, or well, pretty much 100% of the time, it will work if they step on top of it. But I'd rather have them notice it and then it reveal it. But again, if you're standing on top of something, you're gonna notice it. So let's go down to the rest of our things. Max search distance 5, activated. I could set it to the map layer, but since I'm just testing it out, I'm going to set it to objects. That way I don't have to keep switching between my layers. API command, we're not going to add anything. Same thing with special effects. Sound effects, we're going to leave alone. Attack bonus, our wall's not attacking anybody. No damage or any one of these other things. The only thing we're going to focus on is spot DC. This is where I've been giving my problems. I'm not sure if it was because of that dynamic lighting part that I had set up, but my very high guy with perception wasn't noticing the trap. So we're going to set it to 13. I know he has a 14 on passive, and I know this guy has like 11 or 10, so it's really low. So we're going to go ahead and put that there. You know, remember to arm the trap, you have to click on it and set it to the GM layer. Once that's there, your trap should work. Well, in this case, your secret room. So hopefully we get what we want. So as you can see here, again, your players will not see this green line. As the player's walking around the room, nothing's getting, oh, clicked off of it, sorry about that. Nothing, nothing, nothing. He gets in close to the area. We have no information yet. He gets a little closer, a little closer. Again, nothing yet. So he has not noticed it. And I didn't want to put him right on top of the trap because that would defeat the purpose of the actual good person noticing it. And there we go. He came within reach of it and noticed, hey, there's something here. Now, as your point is the GM, you're going to be wanting to kind of know that they're working that way, and they'll notice, hey, there's something over here. Like I said, I put it on the token layer. Usually that's where I'm going to be, so I can always quickly move that to the GM layer or off the map, whatever you choose. And because putting it on the GM layer is going to trigger it again. So once they've noticed it, I'm just going to move it off to the side, and they still won't be able to go in. As you can see here, they're still stopped from going in. Reason for that is our dynamic lighting. GM again, move that off to the side. Again, you could delete it, and for the players, you'll notice that they, after they reveal the area, hey, they now notice that there is something inside. This is the exact same setup you would use if you wanted them to notice a specific item in a room. Maybe there's a fancy necklace or a ring that popped over in this area right over here. You would set up the same ways that you have this. You just wouldn't worry about the dynamic lighting and having to move anything out of the way. It would just show up, they find the item, and then they move on. So hopefully this helps out. Opening up some cool spots in your map, blocking off areas, letting them discover them, and yeah, if you want me to do any more of these, I have some requests for some certain other APIs, which I will be going through, just kind of limiting the ones that are going to make the experiences a lot better for everyone. But stay tuned, like, subscribe, help me out a little bit. I appreciate that, and you guys have a great day.